Hello, hi. Welcome back to our Kubernetes series. Today we will be discussing on ReplicaSet. What is the problem without ReplicaSet and what exactly is ReplicaSet? What is a desired state versus actual state and how the ReplicaSet works with a flow diagram also and how the scaling works with ReplicaSet. Some important things to know about ReplicaSet and a quick recap about the discussion. Let's enter into the discussion. First thing, yeah, here ReplicaSet maintains the desired state of pods, so it automatically heals, scales, and self-manage. This is the primary features of ReplicaSet: self-healing, desired state maintenance, manages the pods, and horizontal pod auto scaling. So here, this is the diagrammatic overview of ReplicaSet. Let's say in the ReplicaSet, it has received the instructions of three replicas. Then it will maintain the three pod and it will make sure the actual as well as the desired should always match. If it is mismatched, then it will correct automatically. Now let us understand what happens without replica set. First thing was pod, let's say if the pod crashes, obviously application will go down and nobody auto creates a replacement and users see an error who is using that particular application. And with respect to the traffic spike also, no more pods and your single pod will get overwhelmed and no way to scale faster. There should be a manual recovery that is obviously painful. So someone has to notice the crash and then manually restart the pod and no guarantee of reliability. So here nothing will ensure your required number of pods is always running. So what it can be achieved, ReplicaSet is going to overcome these problems. So the solution for this was ReplicaSet will always matches your pods and automatically fixes any issue and no human intervention is required. So this is the example of what is the problem without ReplicaSet. Okay, obviously it is a chaos and clumsy or maintaining is difficult. Let's say on time series, let's say initially at 0 minutes, everything is up and running. Three pods is up and running. After 5 minutes, the pod 2 crashed. Okay, this one was crashed. And after 15 minutes, pod 3 also crashed. So who is notices this under the hood? Replica set is responsible for that. Okay, as of now, only one pod is running. Obviously, that will be overwhelmed with the traffic, and there is no auto fix without replica set. Now, let us understand what is replica set and what the solution brings by the replica set. First thing was it ensures a specified number of pods is always running. So you tell it you just want three pods. So replica set will ensures that there are always three pods up and running. Okay, and also it monitors the pods continuously. So it watches every pod. It manages in the real time, 24/7, and auto creates the replacement pods also. Here it detects a crashed pod and immediately schedules a new pod in by replacing the crashed one. Okay, and it maintains always the desired state. So especially the target count you define is always matched and no matter what happens. So here is one sentence. Obviously replica set is equals to an automatic pod manager that generates and that guarantees your application is always has the right number of instances up and running. So this is the high level overview flow or high level diagram of replica set. So here what replica set controller does was it continuously watches the cluster data and if the instruction says three replicas, then all three pods is up and running. So it will ensure the desired state is always matched to the actual state. And if the pod is crashed, then obviously replica set will detect it and replaces the crashed pod with the new pod, which is up and running state. So this is what exactly replica and what the solution bring by the replica set. Now let us understand what is desired state versus actual state. So desired state is something what you defined in the replica set specifications. So that is basically number of pods you want running for all time. This is the example indication of replica set desired state in the pod replica set specifications file. Here, replica set you are saying as three. Okay, so that is the desired you want. And coming to the actual state, that means what is really running in your cluster at this moment. Let's say the replica set reads this data continuously and knows the current status. Okay, current how many replicas are running. Okay, here always make sure desired is equal to the actual one. So let's say if desired one was three, actual also should be three. Okay, so if replica set detect all these three and then it will be happy. If it is not, let's say actual is greater than decided. Sorry, yeah, actual is greater than decided. That means actual you need 3, but sorry, desired is 3 and actual is 5. In that case, obviously replica set will detect 2 extra pods. So what the replica set does was it will remove the 2 extra pods. Let's say if actual is less than desired, let's say desired was 3 and actual was 1 only. In that case, replica set will found 2 pods immediately required, and 2 pods was created by the replica set. So this is the balance flow, how it looks like. In the YAML, what you get that specifies the desired as 3. And let's say if the replica set found actual as some less than 3 or greater than 3, then obviously replica set will act, and if it is less than desired, then it will create. If it is greater than desired, then it will delete the extra pods. So it will make ensure actual is always is equal to the desired state. And now let us understand how replica set works. A kind of flow diagram we will try to understand. First thing, as I said, you are going to define a desired replicas in the YAML file. In the specification dot replicas, you are specifying 3. That means all I want was 3 pods of my app should be run. And here replica set will create a pod via the API server. Here it sends a create pod requests by the API server, and scheduler will places them on the correct nodes. And then once it was created, then continuously it monitors, and it is an endless loop begins. So replica set is responsible for watching each and every pod by using a label selectors, and it will check the health constantly, and it will pass the same to the controller by using the API server. And let's say if pod fails, obviously replica set will immediately detect it, and it will ensure the drift detection done automatically and correct it also. So replica set will create the replacement of crashed pod, and it will restore the state. So new pod is scheduled, and it will ensure actual is equal to the desired. And this loop is like never ending, we can say continuous forever. And this is the high level diagram of whatever the points we just discussed. First thing, it will observe the YAML file, and then it will check the actual versus desired. If any difference, if it acts, it will create or deletes, and this ensures the state is always matched. And this is a continuous loop process and repeats forever. Now let us understand the scaling with replica set. Here it will works for scale up. So it will create more pods. That means it increases the replicas. Let's say if you increase the replicas from 3 to 5 and add replica sets, I mean the replica set will detect that changes and adds the 2 new pods instantly. For the same wise, for scale down also, that means you need to remove some pods. Let's say decrease replicas from 5 to 2 pods. Here replica set will terminate the 3 extra pods gracefully without affecting the existing application. And also it handles the traffic spikes. That means it scale up when the load increases, and also it scale down to save the resources whenever there is less traffic. And also it helps for horizontal pod autoscaler. So that means it can autoscale the replica set based upon the metrics of the server like CPU, memory, and it will create the same specification different pod. Okay, and this is a command to scale up the containers, basically pods, by using the replica set, kubectl, scale, rs, and whatever the app, whatever the pod, and you are specifying the desired number of replicas. For scale down also same command, but instead of uh, 5, you are specifying desired scale down count. Okay, so this is the how it works. Scale up, actually as of now 3 is there, 2 was newly created by the replica set, and for scale down actually 5 are there, and you need only 2. In that case 3 are gracefully terminated by the replica set. So this is the scale ups and scale down concept with the replicas. Now let us understand some important things to know about replica set. First thing was it uses the labels and selectors to identify the pods. Here, replica set finds its pods by matching the labels, not by the name. So any pod which matches the selector is obviously owned by the replica set. I will show the example also how it looks like. And also it manages the pods, not the containers. So it is very much important. Replica set will create as well as deletes and maintains the desired state of pods, not the containers. So the containers inside is managed by the Kubernetes on the node, and ReplicaSet is managed only the pods, not the containers. And the next point was it usually managed by the deployments. So here in real production, you rarely use the replica set directly, and deployment is the concept where it wraps in and add your rolling updates. So we will be discussing more about deployment in the upcoming video. Basically, deployment is, how the pods are wrapping the containers. Likewise, replica sets are wrapped by the deployments. And the next important point was rarely used by directly in the production. That means always we prefer the deployments over the raw replica set unless we have any specific reasons to use the replica set. So this is the example. Let me little zoom out. Yeah, this is the replica set YAML example where you are specifying the application and kind as replica set, and under the specification you are specifying the replica set which is desired count as 3, and you are giving a labels, match labels and app. This is the label selector. Okay, so this will match your replica set and applies your replica set configurations for that particular label matching pods. Okay. Now here, this is the high level flow of how exactly this matches was done. Let me little zoom in. Yeah. If you see here, let's say replica set found is selected as the app is equal to my app. So whatever the pod which is labeled with this my app, it will owned by the replica set. Okay, and it will ensure all that desired state is always maintained. Okay, and let's say if the other pod which is having a label as others, then obviously that is not. Replica set is not responsible for managing that. Okay, and replica set manages pods with matching labels. And now, finally, a quick recap. Here we seen replica set pods and desired replica set management. Here, for better understanding, you can think like replica set is the team manager who is always responsible, ensures the team has exactly the right number of workers and no more and no less. If it is less, it will bring a replacement, and if it is more, then it will use or removes the extra workforce that is done by the team manager. That is the replica set. And then the pods, which is actual workers. So pods are responsible for doing the actual work. Let's say if one leaves, then manager finds the replacement immediately out of that particular pod. Okay, and here is the rule book where headcount rule. That means the desired versus actual we have seen, right? So it will always needs exactly 3 workers, which was enforced automatically based upon the specifications we have designed. Okay, and the key takeaways out of this discussion was auto manages the pod count by the replica set and self his on failure, and also it uses the labels and selectors for owning the pods, and replication reconciliation loop. That means it will continuously checks whether it is a disaster actual state is correct or not, and also it uses the deployments in the pods. Okay, use the deployments in the pods instead of replica set explicitly. Okay, so these are the some key things we discussed in this particular video, and one final point was replica set is your responsibility guarantee. So, sorry, reliability guarantee. That means always maintains your application up and running. So it will ensure your app never runs with fewer instances than you needed. Okay, so that will be maintained by the replica set. And in the upcoming video, we will be seeing more into deployments. There is a rolling update, rollback, and zero downtime, how it was maintained. And I hope so you found some useful information out of this particular video. And stay tuned for more videos and hit a bell icon and like and as well as subscribe. By that you will get new videos notified, and all the best for your learning.